I'd like to remind people about precious metals for something I picked up on, and this was in back in July 15th, Marc Faber talking. It's a very tiny snippet of what he was saying in an hour-long presentation. But I noticed that a Jewish businessman that is on the top of his game very much knows what direction things are going, and I've noticed this personally. Get in the right place at the low, stick with it, get out right before the top is going to coming in, and if you continue to do this, you're doing extremely well. And I think Marc Faber agrees with this, but just to play this clip, it'll remind you of what his friends are doing, some of his Jewish friends, which I'm sure are very wealthy and they're very astute at business and where they're at. So let me just play this because it only lasts for a minute, but pay attention to it extremely carefully.
Well, I think it's a very good question, and in the course of my life, I think that if I followed what the Jews are doing, you're usually on the side of the winners in terms of money. They're very smart at making money. And I have numerous Jewish friends that have either like 80 or 100% of their money in gold, silver, or gold, silver mines, and so forth. And I have other Jewish friends that have between 30 and 50% of their money in gold and silver. So I personally have less. I have like now maybe 20% of my money in gold and silver and in mining.
So again, he's stating that most of his Jewish friends are very astute businessmen, are mainly in gold, silver, and the mining thereof. He's saying that he personally is on about 20%, and it's including the mining stocks, but I think he's up since then. And I just also want to point out something. You hear these people, and I know the people that are into silver and gold don't really listen to these people, but like George Soros or Warren Buffett or what they say, but I'll guarantee you, I'm not without knowing it personally, that they do have precious metals themselves. They might not have most of their wealth in precious metals, but I'm sure they're buying, and they're quite, they know what the trend is. And just to show, like again, this is an old chart. I took this in and put this in Excel. It was off of Wikipedia. This is the public debt as a percentage of gross domestic product. Japan is actually in worse shape for public debt. Greece, Italy, United States is about 100% now. I think I repeat myself. It was 99.9% just about a week ago, although this chart says 93%. This is basically what they're doing. You can argue all you want. They're going to do this. They're going to implode. There's going to be sovereign debt crisis throughout the world, and they're going to restructure everything. It's a game that's going on purpose, and most people are not in precious metals. They're doing the wrong thing. This was about the external debt in the United Kingdom. Although their public debt as a percentage is not as high, they have a lot of external debt. They're in very bad shape, along with Greece, United States, Spain, Portugal, Italy. So, at one point in time, there's going to be a sovereign debt crisis. It's here. It's not going to be avoided. You get involved in all the politics, and these people can talk back and forth what they're going to do. The powers that be are controlling this. So I just want to point out what Marc Faber said, because I thought that was absolute proof. I understand that the Jewish businessman that is on top of his game is very, very smart. And if that's what they're doing, you can see why they're doing it. Sovereign debt crisis is coming up. It's a no-brainer. You can see why they're doing it. All the currencies will collapse. They will inflate their way out of it. We could argue this left and right. And I know what the metals markets are doing, but they're not doing so great. Maybe the last couple of weeks they've been doing good. And then, overall for the year it doesn't look that great. But we can see what the trend is going to be, and do expect some explosive moves to the upside. Because, we could talk about them kicking the can down the road. We're making it sound like these people don't know what they're doing. At the very top, I am sure they know what they're doing. There will be a restructuring, and most of these currencies in the world are going to go away. So your only safety is actual precious metals and some essential commodities, maybe such as oil and agriculture. That's about your only safety you're going to have. But hearing it from the horse's mouth, this guy, I think, gives you the best advice going, bar none. And the fact that he has people coming to him that are billionaires means he's the correct guy to listen to. He doesn't, he sells a newsletter, but let me put it this way: he's made his own money, and that you have to pay attention to. Results.